Hello YouTube, Kaitlyn here, and it's time for Q&A with KP number 6! Gosh, Kaitlyn, you've had to go to 2 hands now. Question 1 is really 2 questions from 2 different people, but they're both about techie kind of things, so I thought I would answer them together. Lauren Weber wants to know, what kind of camera do you use to film your videos? I use a Canon 60D with the kit lens, and it seems kind of old and outdated now because everyone else has got all these like fancy newer Canon cameras, but it has always just sort of done what I've needed it to do as far as like filming myself in my bedroom, so that's just what I've kept with rather than upgrading. However, I've had it since 2011 and it's taken quite a beating, and I am kind of getting worried now that it's just gonna go out one day and amid my travels and, you know, just using it, and that would be horrible because then I wouldn't be able to make videos anymore. So I recently got a Sony RX100, which is a point and shoot, but it shoots amazing video, like 4K and like 240 frames per second. It's awesome. It doesn't have the best on-camera microphone and it doesn't have an external audio input, so I couldn't just replace my 60D with this camera, but I can now use it when I travel rather than having to take my big, like clunky 60D with me and just use this to shoot all the things that I do outside of my bedroom. And then I have a GoPro. I just don't use it the way that I should. Like, I had the whole summer swimming and I didn't put it in the pool and I don't know what's wrong with me. Then for the second part of this question, Doc wants to know, do I prefer to get my camera gear from B&H, Amazon, or somewhere else, and why? Right now it's pretty equal between B&H and Amazon. Like, honestly, the best equipment that I've gotten has always come from B&H, and kind of the secondary, I just needed something in a pinch equipment has come from Amazon. B&H can be kind of daunting if you're someone who is looking to get into the video world, but you don't really know what you want yet, and so you're like, I'm just gonna go to Best Buy, or I'm just gonna go to Amazon, because that's, you know, where the average consumer goes, right? Well, really there's not much of a difference in price on big ticket items between B&H and Amazon. And if you're a smart buyer, you can find bundles on B&H, which are really great because you can get like the big ticket item that you wanted along with a bunch of other like smaller things that you might not think that you need and then realize later that you do, but they kind of like come bundled into that price, so you're saving a little bit of money there. Question number 2 comes from Stephen the Thorn, and he wants to know, you know those words that everybody says differently? How do you pronounce this word and this word? Well, this is fun because I already know that I pronounce some words strangely. I say caramel, not caramel, and I say crayon, not crayon. Ambulance is the one that usually gets people because it's just wrong, or maybe it's my southern accent coming out, I don't know. What about ornery versus ornery? I actually didn't know that it was pronounced ornery until college because my entire family says ornery. So I think the question for today should be, what are some words that you pronounce funny? Tell me down in those comments. And question number 3 comes from Roblox Gamer 5734, and he says, hello from Sweden. I just wanted to ask you to help me. My crush's sister is in love with me. What do I do? Oh, I'm so sorry, that sucks. It's the right family, but the wrong girl. Okay, there are several ways that you can go about this, and I honestly don't know which one is the better way. Like, I had a friend who had this huge crush on a girl, but she was never interested in him. And so he ended up dating her little sister for a little bit instead. I always felt like it was settling for less. Like, the younger sister was an amazing person, but you knew that he still harbored a crush on the older sister. So dating the sister that does have a crush on you is a possibility, but know that it's probably not going to make your crush fall in love with you. You could also go to your crush and tell them that their sister has a crush on you, but you're not interested in her and you're wondering what her opinion would be on letting her down the best. While it might not get you your crush, it will show the sister that you're a stand-up person. Then you could also do the opposite and confide in the sister that likes you that you are really interested in her sister. But this depends on what kind of person the sister is. Like, is she going to freak out and murder you or her sister? Don't tell her then. Or is she a pretty chill person and will be disappointed but glad that you told her the truth? Then that might be the way to go. So basically there are some ideas. I don't really know which is the best one. I mean, you could always just ignore the whole thing and hope that you get over your crush and the sister gets over her crush on you. But really, best of luck. I hope that you don't have a psycho murderer on your hands. So there you go, there's the questions for this week. Remember to submit some more questions via the Google form at the top of the description. I'm running a little low on questions. I'm having to go down to just 3 questions, so you might want to submit questions. You're very likely gonna have it answered. Plus, remember to like, favorite, share, and subscribe if this video made you smile. See you guys on Thursday.